Hi everyone, Sonia Saf here, health coach and chef. Today I want to talk about something I'm going through, and I'm hoping that it's gonna, I know it's relevant to our community, and it has a lot to do with systems, things that we struggle with to a large degree on a day-to-day basis. And I know for myself, I have an entire history of the resistance that I've put up to implementing systems into my life. Part of it was just lack of knowledge and understanding that that's or why I was having a challenge. And that's a big deal, right? You can't address something if you don't. I'll speak for myself. For me, understanding my brain and really paying attention to, I'll use the term following the dopamine, right? And learning how to use that as my pivot point and my starting point has really changed a lot for me. So that's where to start. The exciting thing, and this is a mindset shift, right? Is when you start to have these systems, they are almost like how can I explain this? Children respond really well to structure and familiarity. When you're training a new animal, and you're putting your animal in the crate, when you're crating your animal, it often creates a safe haven for the animal. So there's so many times where I see animals go into treat the crate as their home, not as a punishment. So they'll walk in and they'll take a nap and they'll kind of do their own thing, because children and animals have been socialized and trained to have some sort of foundation, their safe spot, their safe haven. So I'm using that kind of mindset when I'm talking about systems and integrating systems into your daily life. So right now I'm doing a lot of writing because just of what I'm needing to do in my life for my business, period. And I'm enjoying the process very much. It's also a real difficult process. Or do I want to use difficult? Do I want to use that word? I don't want to use that word, so I'm going to back up. I am enjoying the process. I'm finding myself that I'm constantly managing my expectations about the end result of or how I'm approaching the daily activities that I'm having as prompts, writing prompts on a day-to-day basis. So here's the value, and this is what I'm hoping that you're going to get from this video. Number one, it's really important that we find systems that are really intuitive to who we are. And all of us are different. We're all very different. There's a lot of similarities between us, right? But there's also we're all individuals, and we have nuanced likes, dislikes, strengths, weaknesses. So when you're creating disciplines and systems for yourself, daily systems and disciplines, it's really important that you honor that and enjoy it, right? Because this is something that is going to help you get and experience what you want in life. The other thing I wanted to say about that is, and I'll talk about my writing. Even though I can feel frustrated at the moment or just kind of feel like something is missing, I still have the content and the ideas that I've already generated, right? So regardless of what I'm doing moving forward, at a later point, I have something that I could refer back to. It's one of the values and exciting things about creating systems, right? They become repositories for all the good stuff in life if you create them to be, right? But that's a symbiotic relationship. You can't just, you need to be engaged is what I'm saying. I'm sure that you know that, but so when you're resisting setting up a system for yourself or systems or putting things in place that will help you be more present and connected to you, remember that. Think about the analogy or that I mentioned about, talking about kids or animals and the crate. If you're very visual, the systems that you create have got to feel good to you on some level, right? They're not always going to feel good as you're implementing something new into your life. And that's normal. That has nothing to do with having ADHD or ADD or not. That's just habit formation and the beginning stages of that. But it's super, super important that you find ways of really being excited and engaged. I don't know if I like the word excited. I think engaged is more sustainable. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Engaged is definitely more sustainable. So I'm going to sign off, but here's to you picking and appreciating more than anything the systems and the way you approach those systems into your daily life. Actually, I'm gonna add on to that a little bit. Anytime you're trying to build success in one area of your life, it's important to be able to have tools, right? As a chef, I was in the food and beverage industry for over 20 years, and my specialties are sushi and plant-based diets. But my point here is, that craft, to be able to execute and create, I have to have the fundamentals down, and I have to have the tools. If you cook it all, and if you use a dull knife versus using a very sharp knife, the world of difference between the two is, there's just no comparison, number one. Number two, you don't hurt yourself with a sharp knife. You hurt yourself with a dull knife most of the time. So the point being that the more tools that you have at your disposal for the right job, the more success you're going to find in whatever it is that you're trying to create in your life. And it doesn't matter what that is. If you're a stay-at-home mom and for you this means just, I don't want to say just, but daily organization of the management and leadership of your home, that's huge. That's huge, right? That's huge. So there's enough said on that. It's just huge. But you need the right tools for the right job, right? I feel like I'm kind of going all over in different tangents, but I want you to leave this video feeling like, I'm hoping that you could start to have a mindset shift around the idea of implementation and integrating organizational systems, success systems, whatever you want to call them, into your daily life. I would love to be able to hear your thoughts on this, and more specifically, you know, what are some of those systems that you integrate on yourself, that you integrate into your daily life to help you get one step closer to your ideal dream life, whatever that is, right? Because we determine our own success. We don't use society standards for success. We use our own, and what we have value around, and what we're really clear on. I'd love to hear what that means to you. So go ahead and comment below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.